Hi, this is Jack Slocum with Option Alpha. Today we're going to be going down a little journey through several backtests that I've made in a 0DTE SPX iron butterfly strategy. As you can see here, these are some of the results that I came to at the end. I'm going to share these results with you and the process I went down, how to get there. Also show you some of the features of this new 0DTE and 1DTE backtester tool that we're going to be releasing. It will go live next Monday. It's not currently live, but 1 week from now it will be live and available on optionalpha.com. All right, before we go down this journey of reviewing these backtests and how I got to the screen that you have right now, the first thing I want to do is tell you a little story about how I actually got to the point where I was like, we need a 0DTE and next day backtester. So the process that I have been using is I create these bots, I paper trade the bots, and then I turn them on live and I go for it. And sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't. If you look down here, this YFly 1DTE $60 wide bot, which we're actually going to be reviewing in this video, has been doing really well. The results overall in the 2 months since I started it, it's up $2,988, over 100%. All right, back to my list of bots over here. So this platform that we have here at Option Alpha is completely new, and this type of technology has never been out there before. And I consider a lot of what I'm doing in this platform to be a trial and error process, trying to learn how to use it correctly. I'm doing it here live in this series. I'm trading my own real money. As part of that process, I'm sharing the bots that I've created in the Option Alpha community. You can use the ones that you like, you can modify them, improve them. So if we click over here and I look at the top bot templates currently in the Option Alpha community, these are the live trading results by templates that people have actually shared in our community. If you look, the YFly 1DTE one is currently on a tear. I know past results are not indicative of future results, so I just want to say it's doing well now. Hopefully that will continue. In this video, I'm going to be going through some back tests of this exact bot that I have running and some changes that I'm going to be publishing that can potentially improve the results that everyone is having with it. So let's go ahead and jump on over, take a look at this back test. As you can see here, there's one on top. This is ultimately where we're going towards. But let me show you the process I went down in order to get to this particular back test. So the first thing I did was I started testing all the different times of day that I could be opening this iron butterfly. So currently it starts looking at noon. And what I wanted to see, would it be better if it opened at 1? Would it be better if it opened at 1:30? Would it be better if it opened at 2 p.m.? And I tried a whole bunch of different times. As you can see here with the summary, what I found was 1:30 was actually the best performing time of all of them. And the time that I'm currently using, 12 p.m., was the worst performing time of all of them. So that was the first test, and then I jumped into another test. This test, what I tried to see is which profit taking target was actually the best. Plus the bot also has a filter on it which only allows it to trade if the market is plus or minus less than 0.5%. And I wanted to see if I removed that filter, would the results actually be better? And the answer was yes. As you can see here, the current implementation that's live right now, YFly 15% PT, is down here around flat over the past 3 years. The B option, which is to remove the change percent filter, which actually resulted in the bot trading significantly more over time, produced the best results overall. The 25% profit taking option also had around a 0% return, and the 25% profit taking with no change percent was the second best. So if we come down here, we can look and we can click here, we can see all the positions that were traded. We can even see the bid ask at the time that positions were traded, this transparency. What was the price of the underlying when it was opened? What was the price of the underlying when it was closed? But the interesting thing that I want to look at here is this one only traded 188 days and 540 days were actually filtered. And I want to know, why were those days filtered? And this is one of the cool things about this new backtester, is it gives you complete transparency. We can see here 188 days were filtered because the change percent was above the max, 0.5%. So if I wanted to, I could click here and I could see exactly which days were filtered and where the market was when it was actually filtered. We can also see 39 days were filtered because of VIX, 14 were FOMC reporting days, and 121 days of reward risk ratio we're looking for, which is 200%, was not available. So if we look at the other one, we can see it traded 384 days instead of 188 days when we removed the change percent filter. So that produced a pretty significant difference. If we look, the win rate 69% versus 67%, but really the number I'm looking at is just the fact that it made more than twice as many trades, and getting into more trades resulted in more profit. After I did this back test, I had another idea, which was I wanted to see what would happen if the Iron Butterfly went more than $30 in the money. So we don't currently have any exit option within the Option Alpha platform that supports checking that. So we added it. And this new exit option, again, will be available on Monday. Basically, it allows you to check every 1 minute whether or not a position is getting close to touching, or if you use a negative value, you can check to see is it in the money. What I wanted to check was what happens if it goes more than $30 in the money. So now it's gotten outside of one of the two wings on either side. I want to go ahead and just close it at that point no matter what the P&L is to try to reduce my losses. So I decided to run some tests, and here we go. This is ultimately what I got. Is the original test A here is in blue. This is no touch option. As you can see, it was the worst performing of all of them. Next, I checked to see if it goes into $30. So if it gets to the max loss territory at any point during the back test after the first 1 day, because we're not doing pattern day trading, and I was to close the position at that point, how would that change the backtest results? I also tried allowing it to go more than $5 outside the max loss territory. So the final option that I ended up here, which is $40, so allowing it to go more than $10 outside the max loss territory, resulted in a max drawdown value that was around half of what the original max drawdown was, and significantly more profit, $7,000 almost. Also, if we scroll down here, we can look and see that the average loss originally was $705, but the average loss for this one was $250, this one $295, and this one $344. So by introducing this touch option, we were able to cut the average loss in half, but the actual win is pretty similar to what the original value was, which explains why the P&L was so much better. So I did the exact same thing with the 25% profit taking that the YFly bot originally had. It did produce the best value here, which is $23,000 over the past 3 years, trading 1 contract per day. It did have a slightly higher max drawdown, but it wasn't too much. So anyone who wants to increase their profit taking to 25%, it did perform pretty well. If you look real quickly though, you can see this one won 57% of the time, and the 25% profit taking only won 47% of the time. So if that matters to you, the 15% profit taking number definitely was the best. So before I jump off here, I'll show you one other thing, which is the backtest options that we have available currently. As you can see, we have 4 symbols supported here. You can do 0DTE or next day. We have these particular strategies that you can run. The different types of leg combinations you can do are extremely flexible. As you can see, you can link the legs to each other. Basically, this is most of the options that our bots currently support, so it's very flexible and allows you to create broken wing iron butterflies or a lot of different things that you can come up with. You can pick a custom time that you actually want it to enter the position every day, and you can set custom trading days. You can include slippage, you can skip FOMC, reward risk and bid-ask filters. There's lots of different options here. Here is the new touch option. So close the position if the underlying price is, in this case, $35 from in the money or less. So a negative value allows you to test whether or not it's actually in the money. So that's it. This is a quick sneak preview of the new backtester coming next Monday. I hope you got some value from these backtests. On behalf of the OA team, we love you guys, and God bless.